Yeah. So this is further to the theoretical portion of the group policy. Now I have logged into my domain controller. You see this is my DC01. This is my very first domain controller under google.com. Now I wanted to show you how to create a wallpaper, I mean policy, group policy. Okay, and within the group policy I can send maybe some wallpaper settings. Okay, so in order to create the group policy, you need to go to server manager, and within the server manager you have to go to tools and open the group policy management console, GPM. See, we'll call it as. Okay, so here once you open the group policy management console, you get all the folder structure. You can see whatever folders you have created under the Active Directory, the same things will be coming here. You can see India, under that you can go to Bangalore, under that you can go to IT, and you see multiple departments are there. So now I wanted to ensure at the India level all the users should have the same settings. There is a policy came from the top level management, and every India people should have a wallpaper called India. So what I will do, I wanted to create a group policy here. Let me right click. You click on this India, right click. There is an option called create a GPO in this domain and link it here. Click on that and you can create India GPO group policy object. Click on OK. See, now I have created the group policy. You see here it is a India group policy. It is enforced no, linked yes, group policy is enabled when it is created, so and so time, and the domain is google.com. And do you see any inheritance? See, when you create the policy, you have three tabs here. One is the linked group policy objects, means whatever policies are directly linked to this India OU. See here India. And inheritance. See, group policy have an feature, whatever policies are have been applied at the top level. See, before India you have domain level. See, domain level is a default domain policy. See, it is linked to where? It is linked to google.com domain. Correct now? See here, path is coming from the google.com. You see here google.com is there, and this is google.com. But if you go to India OU, and if you see the policy India GPO, or if you go to India level and if you see policy inheritance, you can see two policies there. But in fact, you have created only one policy under India. But you still see there are two policies. One policy is coming from the same India level location. Another one is coming from the google.com, means the domain level policy. Okay. So the policy which are applied at the top level, they will get inheritance. They will get inherited to the child objects. Okay. Whatever settings are there, even they will be applied. Maybe in this default domain policy we have the password policies, all your password, like how much password should be there, length, what is the length of the password, what is the complexity of the password, how many days the password should expire. See, security settings, the same thing. See, password policy, N4 the password is 24, what is the maximum password is 42 days, minimum 1 day, 7 characters, and the password complexity enabled. Okay, so these are all the settings which are coming from the top policy, and this is the default domain policy. Okay, so if somebody asks you in which policy you see the security or password policy, you can tell it is a default domain policy. This one I have not done it. It automatically got created when we promote the domain controller. Okay, so now let me go to the India level and the GPO. So what I will do, you see under the India GPO there is no settings at all, no configuration. See, configuration, computer configuration enabled, but no settings are defined. Here user setting configurations are enabled, but no settings are defined. Okay, now what we will do, I will right click on the India GPO. There is an option called edit. Click on edit option. There you get the same option you got in the local policy, but this is not the local policy. You see here it is a India-GPO, which is your dc01.google.com, means it's a domain level policy. It is your group policy, not the local policy. You see here on the top, if you see, it is a group policy management editor, not the local policy editor. Okay, There you see computer configuration and user configuration also. Now let me apply a user configuration. So I'll go to policies here under the user configuration. I will go to administrative templates. Under that, I'll go to desktop, and again within the desktop there is a folder called desktop. Under that I can see the desktop wallpaper. I'll click on this desktop wallpaper and I will enable the policy, and as soon as I click on enable, this option is enabled for me. Now what I have to do, I have to send the path of the wallpaper which supposed to go for all the users under the India OU. You see here there are examples are there. How can you add the path? If you store the wallpaper in the local computer, imagine if you have 1,000 computers, in all the 1,000 computers in the C drive, under the Windows, under the web, if you put wallpaper called home.jpg, it will look at the local computer. But if you don't want to copy the file in the local computer, and if you want to store it in a network drive, so that all the 1,000 users or 1,000 computers have the access to that path, then you can put the network path. The network path is here. If I want, I have kept where? I have kept it in the DC01, right? DC01. See, under the data, under the wallpaper, India is there. So right click, hold the shift button and right click on this wallpaper, you get copy as path. Copy this path, go to this wallpaper name wizard, paste it and remove the double quotes. Now you see this path 00 DC01 /server name. Data wallpaper India wallpaper.jpg, same path is there. And here how the wallpaper style should be. Do you want to just keep it in the middle? Select the center. Do you want to fill it in the entire screen or fit it in the entire screen, or you want to span or stretch or a tile? Depend upon your requirement. If you don't want this to be filled in the entire screen, probably you want to put it as a tile in the somewhere in the corner or somewhere in the middle, then you can select the tile. But in my case, I wanted to put it in the fill or fit. Let me put it fill. Apply. Okay. So fine. Now the users have got the wallpaper policy applied. Okay. If you close this, now if you go to the settings for the wallpaper India-GPO, refresh it, and you see the policy has got a user configuration. What is user configuration? Under the policy I went, under the administrative templates I went, under that desktop, under that desktop wallpaper. You see here, what is the path I have given? This is the path I have given, DC01/data, under that wallpaper, under that India-WP.jpg. And what is the wallpaper style I have selected? I have selected fill. So this settings will be applicable for all the users whoever is there under the India OU. If you see here, users and computers under India. So now I'll go to cloud and I'll see Deepak. Let me log into the machine using Deepak. This PC02, what I will do, I will log in with Deepak's ID. See, Deepak has logged into the machine. If you see who am I, it says Google/Deepak. So I logged into this PC02 with Deepak's name. Okay, but I'm not getting the wallpaper. It is giving me the dark screen. If I go to the command prompt and if I want to see what policies have been applied, what policies have been denied, you can run a command called gp result -r/r, and if you hit enter, it will give you the list of policies which are applied to the user called Deepak. Okay, now you see IT GPO have been applied. Okay, if I see the IT GPO, but IT GPO, let me check what setting is there in the IT GPO. So if I go to IT GPO, edit, You don't need to edit also. You can just go click on this one. See policy settings, administrative templates, desktop, and I can see this wallpaper is applied. See colon pick one.jpg, and you notice that this path is not correct, and that is the reason you are getting the dark screen there. So now, in order to correct the settings, give the right path. Go to data, go to wallpaper, and you can right click, hold the shift button, right click on the IT, copy as path. Now right click on the GPO, edit, go to policies, administrative templates, desktop, another desktop, desktop wallpaper. Now you can remove this one and copy the paste the path which I have kept the it.jpg file. Apply, and it is in the center. I don't want it in the center. I would like to put it in the fill or fit. Let me put it fill. Apply. Okay. Now go back to the PC02. Okay, and you can run gp update slash force. There is a command called gp update space slash force. If you run this command, the computer will initiate a negotiation with the active directory domain controller, and it will talk, do you see any new latest updates for me with respect to the GPO? Is there any new settings have been applied? Pull To pull that, it is initiating a negotiation. Okay, so now log off quickly and log in again. You see the wallpaper applied for the user Deepak. What is the wallpaper? It would be the IT wallpaper. Send controller delete Deepak password I'm entering, and if you see, Deepak should get the wallpaper now because I have corrected the path. I have sent a right wallpaper now. So let us wait for this to log in. Whenever it is taking lot of time, like welcoming, so it is doing some negotiation. So this is what the delay I was referring. Okay, when you send any kind of request to the domain controller, so domain controller will take some time. See now, Deepak, after I ran gp update slash force, and when I logged in again, so it has sent a request to the domain controller. Do you see any new settings with respect to the GPO? And the domain controller has given one setting. Yes, I can see there is a new wallpaper have been applied, which is IT wallpaper, and it has applied here. Now you check who is this person. If you see the person, this person is IT only, which is Deepak. If I go to command prompt and check who am I, it is Deepak. So wallpaper is also coming. Now what I will do, in some scenarios, I wanted to ensure not the IT GPO, I want the India level GPO should be applied for these users. What you have to do, you have to go to ITOU, and you see here whatever policy got inherited, you can see all the policies here. Either it is a linked one here, or you can see the inherited one here. Okay, so imagine I don't want this India wallpaper to be applied. For whom? For Deepak. So now what I'll do, I'll go here, go to delegation. I have to remove these authenticated users. Okay, so separate group has to be created. Now go to advanced, add Deepak, apply, not read, deny this, apply. Okay, now you see Deepak has got a custom value, Shreyas also got a custom value. I am talking about Deepak now. So let me log in and log off, or let me go to command prompt and type gp update slash force. Now I'm sending a request to the domain controller. Can you please check what are all the new settings have been applied for me at the group policy? Okay, so It is telling some processing group policy failed, Windows attempted to read. Okay, some it is, you don't have access, it, that is what it is telling. So log off, and let me log into PC02 again with Deepak's ID. So now it is initializing, it is talking to the domain controller and trying to pull the latest settings from the GPO. It will take some time. See, it is still giving the IT wallpaper only. So let me check why. I need to do the troubleshooting. Okay. So GP update /r GP update /r -r GP GP result -r. It says no filtering applied. I think it has not taken effect. Let me go to DC01 and let me remove him. Okay, so I'll do one thing. Let me delete this one first. Okay, so I'll show you now. Wait, let me go to PC02, log off. Now log in again. Now it is sending the request to the domain controller to pull the latest GP results. Now it should get India level policy because it is already there at the top level. See, now after I removing the policy which was there at the IT level, and I restarted the computer because I wanted to ensure it is freshly, gracefully talk to the domain controller and pull the latest information. Now I'm getting the wallpaper called India. Now if you go to the command prompt and type GP result -r, you see one policy is coming which is India level policy. See here. Why? Because it is getting inherited from the parent folder. See, there is no wallpaper settings applied specifically at the IT level, but it is coming from the India level. Okay, so this is how the inheritance will happen. So in the next class, what we will do, we will see the conflicts. We will create one in Bangalore, then we will see which is winning. Then we will create one in IT level, then we will see which is winning. Okay, like that, I'll make sure you understand the concept. Okay, so I think with that we can stop the recording for today and we can start from tomorrow. Continue from tomorrow. Thank you all.